Okay, hi everyone. Chilly morning here in Sydney, Australia, and I'm back with my latest film review. And that film is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. We're going to do our usual thing. Should you go see it? Then I'll talk a little bit about the film and then we'll delve into spoilers. This will be a fairly short review, I think. Sometimes I say that and I come up with stuff on the fly, but this film is pretty bad. And so the first thing I'm going to say is, should you see it in the cinema? Well, I wouldn't go see this film at all unless you're someone like a tragic like me who has to see everything. If you have kids who are into dinosaurs, then you should probably go see it. It's always fun to see dinosaurs. But really, if you're on the fence, you could miss this. And normally I would say, well, either you see it in the cinema or don't see it at all. But I actually don't even think this is that great in terms of how they shoot the dinosaurs. There's one pretty good scene, but the rest are not that great. So I would say you probably just give it a miss. If you're still interested, I'm going to come back in a second and talk about the film. Generally, there is one post-credit scene, but again, it's hardly worth sticking around for. You probably could walk out of the cinema, I think, and not worry about it. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so let's get into why this film is absolutely hopeless. Firstly, they've gone with the director as J.A. Bayonara, and you probably have heard of this guy or his films. So he started off with The Orphanage, he's a Spanish guy, and did The Orphanage, which was a kind of middling horror hit. And then he did famously The Impossible, about an incredible natural disaster. So you could see good fit for Jurassic World. And he, I thought, would be these kind of guys, you know, they're middling guys who have got some skills, but this film is shockingly bad. And one of the reasons I think is probably saddled with just a shit script from Trevorrow, and I can't remember the other writing partner. And they just seem to have no idea. It's about 4 films in one, so I don't know if they wrote this and then thought of Bayonara, but it's really like Aliens meets The Impossible, which is Bayonara, the tsunami film. Then it's Jurassic Park, the original, I guess for want of a better term, and then The Orphanage, which is his first film because part of the film is set on the island of Isla Nubla, which you see in all the trailers and on a volcano. Now, can I just say, how stupid it would be to build $1 billion de-extinction tourist park, and early on in the planning they say, okay, we're going to put the T-Rex here, we're going to put T-Rex there, we better move it around because you know that active volcano, we better, pardon? You're building, what? Was that about a volcano? We better run this past risk analysis. No one would ever build on a volcano. No one would ever give you the money to build. It's just, anyway, it's just so stupid. I can't believe it. So they've mixed all these films together and none of them work. There's some good ideas we'll talk about a little bit in the spoilers, but they can't pay off. It's really just bad filmmaking at every level. Let's talk about the cast. So, well, you've actually got a lot of good actors sprinkled through this. So the 2 leads are Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. And I'm not a big fan of Bryce Dallas Howard anyway, but she has like no charisma here. Chris Pratt, who I'm a big, if you hadn't just seen Avengers, you would think he's lost it. But he is very charismatic in his small amount of time and that. And there is no charisma here. And even worse, there's no chemistry between the two. So you can't even have that on or off kind of romance interest. They're really just so boring. Then you have all these other people who are just trapped in this film, I guess. So James Cromwell comes back as kind of like this proxy for Attenborough as the old guy behind everything, and you got Rafe Spall, Danielle Pineda as this kind of like doctor for like a paleo doctor. She's actually got a little bit of energy to her. They get Jeff Goldblum, who he's only in it a little bit, but you instantly perk up, and you would have loved a lot more of Dr. Ian Malcolm, telling us why this is all so stupid. Maybe he could have given us a warning that the whole film is stupid. So generally, the cast is really nothing. The film doesn't know what it's trying to do. This is an amazing thing is, in the main, the graphics don't look any better than Jurassic Park. They have to shoot a lot of it in, the classic night rain so you can bury everything, compared to if you think of Jurassic Park, which is right out in the middle of the day. There's no grandeur. They try to get that back, but it just doesn't work. The best scene in the whole film is the one on the trailer where the volcano's exploding, they're running, and you get this kind of weird scene where, people are running, and also two of them are in the little kind of gopher ball, a hamster ball, trying to get away, and there's a million dinosaurs running at them. And it's kind of amazing, but this is going to sound really funny. Your film either had to be more serious and kind of really explore the issues it's trying to talk about, or it had to be stupider and then more fun. Now, the funny thing is, I hated Jurassic World. I thought it was really a spiteful, angry film, the way that it really took a lot of pleasure in killing people in the park and the dinosaurs and animals. And yet, at least I didn't enjoy it, and I thought it was intellectually bad. But you know what this film does? The greatest sin in filmmaking is boring. It is boring for a large amount of time. And it's just, you know what? I'll come back in spoilers and just wrap this up. This is just bad. I'm back with spoilers, and there's only really one spoiler in the whole film, and that is that as the film progresses, and I'm assuming you've seen it if you're watching this, is you have this first half of the film, which is, getting off the island, then there's all this stuff, and then they get back to the estate, and they kind of do this weird gonzo kind of thing, which is an auction for dinosaurs. But also there's this subtext of this guy who's been running the trust for the rich people, and he's gone off the reservation. He's going to sell the dinosaurs to then make even worse dinosaurs, and somehow that's a good thing. I don't know. But there's also this granddaughter of the old scion of the family, and it turns out that the reason why he broke with Attenborough's character, Hammond, is because his daughter died and he cloned his daughter's DNA, and that's his granddaughter. And that's why he broke with Hammond and they split up, and why he's still got all the tech and everything. So that's an interesting idea, because it starts to talk about what are the rights of an artificial being in the sense of the way it was fertilized and grew, whether it's a human or a de-extincted creature, like what are their rights once they have existence and all this. But it doesn't pay off, and it goes nowhere. And the problem is, it doesn't pay off and it doesn't go anywhere, which is really boring. And so it means that the film could have gone in a million different ways, and yet it doesn't. So that's the big spoiler. The other spoiler, I guess, is they kind of talk about at the end of the film, all the dinosaurs escape, and then they go, now we live in a Jurassic World, which is kind of, again, just ridiculous, because you see how many dinosaurs escape, and there was hardly even a breeding pair there. Maybe the pteranodons, I'm not sure. So they're not going to be able to breed. They still have that thing where they've got to eat certain things. They probably can get around that. But really, they're just going to get shot and killed. It's not a Jurassic World. It's kind of just stupid. More stupid on stupid. This is an insult to people who go to see films. If you're going to insult me, at least entertain me. You know what? I saw the trailer for Meg. Meg looks so stupid, but the people making it know it. That's the difference. People making Jurassic World thought they were making something really good. And that is the greatest sin at all. Insulting, boring, and stupid. Just kill this series. And I took a day off 20, 30 years ago to see Jurassic Park. I loved it. It's one of my favorite films of all time. I'm a big Spielberg fan, but just kill this thing. That's it. I'll be back soon. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell, then you'll always get what I'm getting. Got to calm down. Too angry at this film. Then I'm on Twitter at Guru Eden. I'm going to be back with some book reviews this week, and then probably I kind of missed Ocean's 8, Incredibles 2. I'll go see with my kid, but the film I got to go see straight away when it comes out, Sicario 2, Day of Soldado. I'll see you then. Bye.